What's up, MS Gym Nation? All right, we are going to continue our series on finding BGB. Now, we did an entire series on finding BGB whilst you are seated in a wheelie walker or a chair. Now we're going to do it standing up. All right, so we're going to get into the proper position, and I'm going to show you kind of a quick exercise to do to kind of remind your brain and get your brain acclimated and get that movement map activated from your brain today to your booty, okay? So when you stand up out of your wheelie walker, the first thing you're going to do is move that thing around, okay? So we sit, we go ahead and stand up, okay? And then you're going to move this thing around you. Now, what I see a lot of times is when people are up in a standing position, whether they're in a wheelie walker or they're using trekking poles or they're just standing normal, this happens. Watch my pelvis. You're going to get this, okay? You're going to get a duck butt. So meaning you're going to have lordosis here, which means too much extension in your low spine. Your hips are going to be in flexion, and your glutes are going to be stretched out. Okay, so you're going to have over tight hip flexors, underactive glutes, and that's going to make you shrug your shoulders and look up like this. So we're going to be in this rounded position. Now we're in this rounded position. A lot of times, what the brain does to compensate is it hyperextends the knees. So if you have knee hyperextension, if you have foot drop, if you're having problems lifting your legs, or staying balanced, or standing up, or walking, you're probably in this position. Now, it is possible that you're down and you're tucked in like this, okay, and that, again, is not a good position and not a good dynamic movement, a dynamic postural movement type position. That's going to make your brain feel like it's in an unsafe position, and it won't allow you to move very well. So like I said, I would say 8 out of 10 people, maybe higher, walk around with what's called an anterior pelvic tilt, which means that these bones right here, these anterior superior iliac spines, or your ASIS, are actually below your PSIS, your posterior superior iliac spine. Ideally, we want those in neutral, okay? Now, when you go into anterior tilt like this, the reason why is because, number one, we sit a lot as a westernized culture. And the second thing is with MS, you're just more fatigued, and so you sit a lot more. When you sit and your legs are in this position all the time, your hip flexors get tight, okay? Your glutes get weak. And oftentimes, because we're either sitting with our arms on our armrest or we kind of sit back in our chair, we get this lordotic kind of curve, okay, in our low back, and that is no bueno. So then when we go to stand up, if we have over tight hip flexors, okay, we have weak abs, we have over tight lumbar extensors, then all of a sudden our body's pulled in this position this way. That makes it very difficult to walk or stand on a wheelie walker. So ideally, on a wheelie walker position, what you want is your feet to be inside your wheels. So if you look, if your feet are behind your wheels, you're going to be reaching for that wheelie walker. Okay, and that is going to make you lean back like that. You're not going to be able to do much when you're leaned back this way. Your hips are not in an ideal position. So ideally, we want to pull our wheelie walker in here, okay? So our feet are inside our wheels. Then our handles want to be about at wrist level, okay? So if you look, my handles are about right at wrist level because that's going to mean that as we bring our hands up, we're going to be nice and relaxed. If our handles are too high, we're going to be all shruggy time. If our handles are too low, then we're going to be leaning forward like this, which adds to the problem. So you want your wheelie walker handles at about wrist level. Go ahead and put your hands up. And then when you're standing, what I want you to think about is taking this hip and pushing it forward so that it's right under your, or right in alignment with your shoulder joint. A good way to do this is either prop your phone up and see if you're aligned, or do this in front of a mirror. If you have or put a sticker on your shoulder and on your pocket and see if they're lined up. You will know if you're over here or if you're over here or if you're lined up. So if you get a sticker here and a sticker here or a Post-it note or something, see where you're at, have someone take a picture at you, and you'll see where your alignment is. Now, what I want when you're to practice the B in BGB while you're standing is I want you up, okay? And I want you to think about bringing your hips forward and then just get in a slight little tiny squeeze of your tushy, okay? So get a slight squeeze of your tushy, and then I want you to gently pull your abs in, and I want you to push your head up towards the ceiling. Now, we'll break down the rest of BGB in other videos, but I want you to focus on your hips. Now, once you're in that position, I want you to tell your brain, hey man, we're going to work on some muscle contraction whilst we're in that position. So what I want you to do, okay, is you're just going to squeeze your tushy tush, okay? It's bootylicious time. So you're going to put your brakes on. You're going to get lined up in your wheelie walker. I want you to get as tall as you can, get as long of a spine as you can. And then all I want you to do, I'm going to show you my derriere here. All I want you to do is squeeze your cheeks gently. Don't go hardcore, but like a 70% contraction. So watch right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be in BGB alignment. I'm going to push my hips forward, get up nice and tall, abs gently in, and now watch my butte. I'm just going to squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to relax, okay? I'm going to squeeze, and I'm going to try to gently tip my pelvis back, squeeze my glutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And then I'm going to squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. I'm going to squeeze. 2, and try not to hyperextend your knees. 3, 4, 5. So you have a slight bend in your knees. And then last one, and then a squeeze. So you don't want to hyperextend those knees. You literally just want to have a soft bend, and you want to just try to squeeze that butte. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So while you are standing around, while you're standing up, while you're watching TV, while you're in line for something, if you're just standing up around the house and you want to work on some movement stuff, even if you're like talking to someone or cooking or watching TV or whatever it is, stand up, get in your wheelie walker, find that good position, get your hips under you so they're aligned with your shoulder, get your hands on your wheelie walker, get tall, and then you're just going to focus on squeezing those booty cheeks, and that is going to allow those glutes to get stronger. The stronger you get them, the more endurance you give them, the better they're going to understand how to work right. Your brain butt map is going to be clarified, and that's going to help you automatically get into BGB easier. All right? So keep working those booties. Keep squeezing that tushy. Do your thing. Keep moving. I'll talk to you later.